Power Rangers, Guardians of Gaia, Season 1, Indigo Nightmare, Part 1.
Raiden, something's happening.
Professor Snyder yelled. Scary began to sink.
We have to get out of here.
I can't, Dragon cried, unable to remove his hand from the dragon statue. I'm stuck! Charles looked on incredulously, but decided to try and grab Dragon's hand and pull it from the statue. Instead, however, a blast of indigo light shot from the crystal and bended into it, along with a thick, black smog that came from the statue's jaws, knocking him back against the wall. He groaned as he tried to pull himself up. His body was becoming enveloped in the light and smoke. Dad! Dragon yelled as the smog slowly began to swirl around him too. Raiden! The professor cried, trying to reach his hand through the smog as his vision began to blur. Charles gasped as he jolted up in his seat, panting a little after waking up from his nightmare. Only it wasn't just a nightmare. It was his reliving the events that led him to the strange new world he was now residing in. He reached up and wiped the sweat from his brow, just as Madeline jogged over, checking on him. Professor? She asked, concerned.
It's alright,
Professor Snyder replied.
Just a dream.
Madeline smiled sadly. It was a couple of days since he and the others found him collapsed at the entrance to the North Market City. Having gone days without much to eat or drink, he pushed to the edge of exhaustion. They brought him back to the ancient library to help him recover, as well as learn about his journey to Gaia. In truth, most of it was a blur, just constantly trekking across the land in search of his son, and hiding from the plots whenever they showed up. He'd been extremely lucky to survive for as long as he had on his own.
I can't believe I'm really here. Charles sighed. Gaia, I was right. It really did exist all along. I must say, I'm impressed by your studies of this world.
Jawar noted, sitting at the table with Nikki as the two looked over to Professor Snyder's notes.
You've gathered an abundance of information on Gaia, the Guardians, the Gaia Swords, the war.
Still can't get over the fact that you and your son were brought here on the exact same day as us, said Nikki, looking around. I mean, what are the odds?
Snyder nodded. Oh, I know. I wonder if this has anything to do with what we found in the cave.
You said it was an indigo crystal that was embedded in the statue of a dragon, right? Madeline asked as Layla, Dirk, and Patrick entered the room, fresh from the training. That sounds like the 6 Guardians crystals to me, Dirk suggested, having a seat wiping the sweat off his face. Are you sure you don't have it?
Snyder nodded. Positive.
Oh, Layla's going to begin a couple of feet. Of course! If Professor Snyder doesn't have it, then that means his son does, which means...
The light is a 6 Guardian!
Patrick Finn's face popping hard. Gah! Why didn't I realize that sooner? Well, that makes finding the crystal easier, Nikki said with a smile. We just need to find Raiden, and then we're rolling the puppies.
Yes, but how do we find him? Charles inquired. I searched all around the area when I first arrived at Gaia. There was no sign of him, and I doubt he arrived in the forest you appeared in, or you would have seen him. That means he could be anywhere.
Yeah, but there is one advantage we've got, Dirk's replied with a smirk. He's one of only 7 humans in all of Gaia. All we've got to do is ask around some of the towns if anyone's seen a human that's not one of us. Heck, if you could provide us with a physical description, it'll make it all the easier. Okay then, we'll split up into teams of 2 and check some of the major cities and towns, Nikki declared. Everybody stays in contact and calls the rest if you find anything. I'll go with Professor Snyder, Dirk offered almost immediately. Nikki blinked, a little surprised. Alright then, you 2 can check the Night Out Village. Madeline, you and Patrick go to West Central City. I guess Layla and I should check the Undersea Kingdom, just to be sure whether or not we can cross it off the list.
I'll remain here, keep a close watch on things, in case Walker or Dakia decide to cause trouble in your absence.
Jawar added.
Frankly, the reduced attacks as of late has me worried.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, Jawar. I mean, the 6 Rangers incoming, which means that the bad guys are holding off on their attacks. They're probably going to show off something cool, so that way the 6 Ranger can prove to be a badass. Although, right now, I've got money on anti-hero who's going to say, no, I don't want to join with you for the next 3 episodes. Or villain. I don't know which is going to happen. Walker had served the chemicals as he was currently mixing carefully. Once they brewed, bubbled, and changed colors. Eventually, they became ebony in color. The Shoutmaster grinned as he fed them from their vials into several glass beakers. Brewing up more ebony venom? Darkia asked as he entered the dark chamber. Spantus right behind her. Walker clicked in irritated. Back so soon, huh? Yes, I'm making more. I need to convert as many bots into venom bots as I can. Trying to earn a degree in chemistry? Darkia choked, getting a grave look from her brother. What? I received a letter, direct from the Dark Throne. Walker muttered. Uh-oh. Darkia said with gulping. He's not... No, he's not coming. At least not yet. Walker replied, earning a sigh of relief. However, there have been reports from several dark zones of blots being cut down. Even dark time blots are being torn apart like paper. Can't be the Rangers. They've barely set foot outside their library since they found that old man outside of North Market City, Darkia noted. Right. Being it must be the one we've been expecting to show their face for some time now, Walker explained, getting back to work. But there's something about the brutal nature of their attacks, as well as getting some information your father has stated in his letter that has me concerned. We may need a sizable force of venom blots to deal with them, seeing how standard blots do little more than get in that person's way. Right, Darkia uttered. Anything you'd like me to do in the meantime? Yes, Walker said after thinking for a moment. Rangers left the ancient library about 15 minutes ago, along with the old man they found. Word around Gaia is that he's some sort of researcher from Earth, who spent several years studying our world. I want you to take Spantus and the likeness I created earlier. Track this professor down and bring him back here alive. Any particular reason why? Darkia asked as Spantus prepared to leave again. I want to know what he knows. Specifically, if he has any information on the Guardians of Gaia that we are already aware of, Walker explained. Speaking of whom, get in your way, get them out of the way. But try not to destroy all of them if you can help it. My suspicion about the last Guardian is correct. They may be useful later on. Darkia blinked in confusion. Okay, whatever you say, brother. With that, Darkia and Spantus headed for the testing room, where Walker did most of his scientific or horrific work, where the new Lightless was most likely waiting, while Walker went back to his work. To think I actually say something like that and mean it. But, if Lord Ray Darius was correct, then we're all in extreme danger. Nikki let out a sigh, leaving the Undersea King's castle to join Layla outside. Either way, we hide to Ariel! Ow! The two had more to be able to breathe underwater, thanks to a special air crystal that Jawar had given them to create an endless supply of oxygen under their helmets, thus allowing them to visit the kingdom and ask around for information. Good luck, Nikki said, prompting Layla. No one's seen Drayden. Uh-huh, Layla replied, sounding somewhat distant. We should probably try Mount Titanium, Nikki suggested. The dwarves might at least heard some rumors of something, and it's not out of the question you might have taken shelter in one of their caves. Mount Titanium. Is that a Lightspeed Rescue reference? It feels like a Lightspeed Rescue reference. Uh-huh. Let's say again. Nikki realizing he was clearly not paying attention. Looking ahead, he saw why. As a group of mermaids with long, beautiful hair and shivering tails were swimming about gracefully. You know, you have a girlfriend on land! Nikki noted, smacking the Blue Ranger on the shoulder. Hey, we're above allowed to look, Leila argued. And really, Nikki, just look at them. Nikki rolled her eyes. Well, they're not exactly my type, if you know what I mean, but yeah, I guess they are kind of hot. Now, let's get Titanium. Who knows what could happen to the oxygen in your helmet if you start drilling in it? Layla sighed, shoulders slumped. Alright. Would be so worth it, though. Madeline moaned, plumping her butt in the grass in the middle of West Central City Park. Ugh, can we please rest now? I'm so tired. You just had a break half an hour ago, Patrick replied, hands on his hips. Come on, we got to keep asking people. But we've been all over the city, Madeline whined. And there's still not a single person who's seen, heard of, or knows anything about Drayden. Patrick groaned, pinching the bridge of his nose. Look, it is going to get a little fertile, but we can't leave until we know for sure that he hasn't been to this area. I mean, what if it was Layla that was missing? Wouldn't you be dragging everyone else around this entire planet looking for her? Melon growled, pulling herself back up. Fine! Did you have to play Layla card, though? I'll tell you what, if my parents ever had another kid, you can play that card all you like. Patrick reasoned. Yeah, if we ever get back, Melon sighed. I was hoping Professor Snyder appeared that he know a way to get home. Patrick smirked cockily. That's not the best, and now acting all the best. You're not another doppelganger in disguise, are you? Melon giggled in spite of herself. You'll never know it until it's too late, Mr. O'Donnell. Okay, that family didn't know anything, Dirk uttered, walking out of the hut with Professor Snyder as the sad old man frowned. Don't worry, we'll find him. Charles nodded. Dirk, if I could ask, why are you accompanying me instead of searching with one of the others? Dirk sighed and shrugged. I don't know. I guess I just know how you feel. Well, I mean, not exactly like this, but I know what it's like to have missing family. I recall Nicky mentioning your family on Earth. Snyder noted. It must be hard being away from them. Yeah, but it's more than that, Dirk replied, walking along to the next hut. One time when I was still a teenager, my little brother Travis got lost in the woods near our farm. It's a pretty big forest out there. Didn't exactly help that it was bear hunting season either. Oh my, Snyder gasped, following after Dirk. When did you find him? After almost 2 days. We found him curled up under a fallen tree, Dirk answered. First, Mom thought he was dead, but it turned out he couldn't figure out which way was home. He dug under the tree and played dead, so the bears wouldn't eat him, and the hunters wouldn't shoot him. Could have a boy, Charles commented. Yeah. Dirk sighed, flinging out a photo of his family from his pocket. I sure miss him. Oh, poor baby. Dirk snapped back to attention, looking ahead at the source of the voice taunting him. Sure enough, just a few yards past the Night Elf's village was his defensive shield, were Darkia, Smantis, a few dozen plots, and a lightless resembling a black bipedal griffin with ink-colored eyes, and a second head on his chest. Dirk reflexively put an arm in front of Professor Snyder, keeping himself between him and the enemy. All the while, the Night Elves out and about fled back into their homes. One of them, Snyder asked nervously. Afraid so, Dirk growled, putting his phone away. What do you want, Darkia? Just to invite the professor over there to a little get-together with Walker, Darkia replied, pointing to Dirk's shoulder. Oh, don't worry. Don't plan on hurting him, provided he gives us the information we want. No, come, we take, Spencer said, sharpening the scythe-like blades on his arm together. I'd like to see you come and try from behind that force field, Dirk taunted. It was erected to keep any and all blots, lightless, and soundmancers out. True, but not the air itself. Otherwise, the people inside would suffocate. Dark gave an evil grin. If my new friend over here, the Griffin Lightless, could manipulate the wind. Griffin, would you like to demonstrate? Griffin Lightless growled, beating his wings hard. Sure enough, within moments, a strong gust of wind hit Dark and the professor from behind, knocking him to the ground and dragging Snyder across it towards the enemies. Yeah, that figures. Dirk groaned, pulling his crystal free. It's morphin' time! Dragging himself off the ground, Dirk drew his crystal blast morpher and replaced the behemoth crystal inside. Running into blots, he raised his blaster up, pulled the trigger, and shouted, Guardians of Gaia, awaken! The orange beam shot out, ricocheting a pair of blots, before doubling back and morphing into the orange radiator. Quake! Axe! Dirk roared, leaping into the air for the Professor Snyder and drawing his axe. He then passed through the force field and slammed his axe into the Griffin's Lightless's lower beak, causing it to back off and seize its wind control, stopping Snyder on the other side of the field. Guys, trouble at the Night Elf Village! Dirk yelled at his communicator. Like, not believe, Spantis growled, swiping his sides at Dirk, just barely managed to block with his axe. However, this left him open to a barrage of claw shots from the blots, causing him to fall back. Just as he got up, the Griffin Lightless opened both of its beak, sending a pair of airy orbs at the Orange Ranger, hitting him hard and knocking him backward, crossing him next to Professor Snyder. Once more, Griffin, Darkia ordered. This time, bring him here. The Griffin Lightless nodded, with his head atop his shoulders, beating his wings as the wind dragged Snyder toward them again. However, just before he could pass through the shield, Dirk managed to reach a hand and grab a hold of his coat. Then he caught his axe in the air, slanted it down to the earth, keeping him grounded. My, you are protective of him? Darkia noted. He must be valuable then. Dirk and Steve looking defiantly at Salmancer. He's a father looking for a son, and I won't let you do anything to stop him. Darkia's eyes widened as he looked rather stunned. A father looking after their child. Mrs. Darkia began to absorb the information. The bloods flanking her were blasted hard as Sierra Gaia, the Rangers finally arrived, morphed and ready for action. Griffin Lightless quickly turned their attention to him, beating his wings to send back gusts of wind at the team, pushing them back. Oh man, talk about a windbag! Mallet cried, trying to dig into the ground with her Gaia saber. With 2 blowholes to boot, Lila added, barely keeping them from flying backward. Patrick, carry its wind with your own! Nikki ordered, desperately trying to stand firm against the wind. I can't, Patrick stammered, feeling the images as his head get fuzzy and darkened as they vanished together. Its wind is messing with the air. I can't see! Hearing this, and realizing the monster's wind was focused away from him, Darky released his axe in Charles's coat, drawing his Gaia saber. Then inserted the root crystal inside and stabbed the blade to the ground, sending vines up around the Griffin Lightless's wings and kept them still. The others fell to their knees, and as the wind stopped, save for Nikki. He merely pressed her buckle, summoning a bronze sugar in a blast. Thanks, Dirk, but now it's my turn, Nikki yelled, inserting the focus of Phoenix crystals into the Bronzuka as the scope slid out. Locked on! Bronzuka! Fire! Pulling the trigger, Nikki lost an effigy of Phoenix Sword out of the Bronzuka, was shot out of the monster. However, the Griffin Lightless managed to open both beaks, releasing twin energy swords that collided with the Red Ranger's attack. The opposing blasts canceled each other out, and a shockwave that knocked them both to the ground. Smash! Smash! Smantis roared, ready to attack before Darkia put a hand to his shoulder. Forget it, it's a standoff, Darkia muttered. Fall back for now. But this isn't over, Rangers! With that, Darkia slashed her sickle to the air, seemingly cutting open a portal. It quickly sucked herself, Smantis, the Griffin Lightless, and the bloods inside before closing. Dirk sighed in relief. Professor Snyder came back to his feet before helping the Orange Ranger do the same.
Clearly, my research didn't capture how interesting life could be here.
Yes, one word for it, Dirk scoffed, giving the professor a thumbs up. I'm going to assume you didn't hear me correctly when I said bring the professor here, Walker yelled, clearly in a bad mood. You know, as opposed to letting the Rangers take him back to the library. Darkia rolled her eyes. Relax, brother. They were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh well, I suppose you've got some sort of foolproof plan to bring him out of hiding.
Is that it? Walker demanded. Let me guess. Something along the lines of threatening to have my new Lightless blow up a city if they don't give him up. Pretty much, Darkia replied, shrugging her.
And you're not at all worried that what the Rangers might decide to just destroy the Griffin Lightless instead?
Walker inquired. Darkia smiled. Well, that's just the thing. Your new Lightless has proven not only to have enough firepower to match their ever so spectacular Bronzuka, but his manipulation of the wind has created a little side effect on the Green Ranger. He's pretty much useless at this point, with just 4 Rangers to defend the city. They'll either hand the old man over, or let the city and its people be destroyed. And you'll know the choice they'll make under those circumstances. Tara stroked his beard, thinking the situation over as all the others took their seats around the main chamber of the ancient library, the Rangers having removed their helmets.
This could be a serious problem, if that monster returns again.
I don't get why the Salamanders want Professor Snyder, Madeline said, resting her head on the table. I know he has valuable information from his studies, but anything they would care about?
Whatever the reason, Joe was right,
Patrick noted with a frown.
That the monster completely blocked out my ability to sense things through the air. If it attacks again, I'll only have my previous blindfold turning back on, and I don't think I'll be able to put up a decent fight with that, let alone pilot a sword.
Joe can pilot the Hippogriff sword if it comes to that, Nikki replied. It's the bell on the ground I'm worried about.
Leah folded her arms.
There might be another way to get the better of it. Thing is, there are a few things that could go wrong. It just needs the right timing and execution.
Before Layla could elaborate further, the alarm went off. The group formed up around the viewing globe as it zoomed in on the hill just outside of East Horn City. Darkia, Spantis, the Griffin Lightless, and a small army of blots awaited. Darkia drew her sickle, grinning evilly before looking to the sky. I know you're watching, Rangers, the Showmancer sighed,
Bring the professor, or I destroy the city and everyone else inside of it. You've got 10 minutes to decide. Cyrus sighed, putting a hand to Jalwar's shoulder.
I don't know. I'm not worth that many lives.
No, Dirk said, shaking his head. There's no guarantee he won't level the city anyway. Virtually, Dirk's right, Nikki commented before glancing to Layla. Want to talk about that plan now? Layla gulped. Well, guess we'll need some luck on this one, too. Patrick grinned confidently before he and his team put their helmets back on.
Don't worry, that monster can take away my sight, but he can
Never take away the luck of the Iris. Darky tapped her foot, trying her best to wait patiently as the 10 minutes trickled down to a close. Just as he was about to call for the attack anyway, though, the races teleported down in front of her group, though noticeably sans the professor, just as he expected they would be. So, you decided to have it your own way, huh? Darkia asked with a smirk. You're crazy if you think we're going to trust you to keep your word, Darkia! Malin yelled. Darkia shrugged. Your call. Griffin! Griffin Lightless roared, beating his wings hard and sending a massive black gust at the team, nearly knocking them all off their feet. Dirk went for his root crystal, was knocked out of his hand by a well-placed claw shot from one of Darkia's bloods. Please! Did you really think I'd let you try that trick again? Darkia mocked, pulling her sickle. You know, after the number of battles we've had, destroying you like this feels anticlimactic, but I'll live with it. Patrick! Nikki screamed, just as Darkia swung her sickle down through Patrick, only for him to appear unharmed, then completely fast. Do it! What? Darkia demanded before eyes wide, spinning around to face her group, just in time to see the Green Ranger looping up over to Griffin Lightless.
You're called Sword!
Patrick called as he raised his weapon straight up, his Gaia saber aiming low.
Double metal cross!
Before Griffin Lightless could aim at Gustiam, Patrick fell toward it, bringing his blades across in a vertical cross slash. The combined wind and light slashes collided harshly with the monster, sending it tumbling all the way down to the hill. With that taken care of, the Green Ranger went to work defending himself from a couple of dozen blots that immediately attacked him, cutting them down one by one. Why, you sneaky, Darkia started to say as he turned to face the other Rangers, just in time to receive a heat arrow to the breastplate for Nikki, knocking her away.
Dirk, go help Patrick, Nikki ordered. With this out, did you do a wannabe?
Dirk nodded, running up the hill to join Patrick while the others ran down it. Right as the Griffin Lightless got back up, just as about to beat its wings for another gust, Malin immediately called out her lightning daggers, slashing both wings hard and sending electricity through them to paralyze them.
Let's finish it off!
Nikki commanded, bringing an arrow. Eat a bow! Flood launcher! Leia called, bringing out her cannon. Bronzuka! Malin yelled, summoning and loading in Bronzuka. Fire! The three girls shouted, firing their weapons into Griffin Lightless, trying to counter with twin energy orbs firing from his two heads. But the combined blast from all three weapons was too much for it, as it was quickly overwhelmed and destroyed in a large explosion. Dark mist rising from the spot where his body once stood. Meanwhile, up the hill, Patrick had cleared out the blots, leaving them to face Spantis and Darky alone. Darky screamed in rage as she swung her sickle, only to have it blocked by Patrick's two swords. All the while, Dirk fought off Spantis with his axe. Sir, guess you were trying using the illusion crystal, Darky hissed.
Yeah, because the world accounting once misholds the city ransom.
Patrick mocked before kicking his Shamancer in the gut, causing her to back off. Walker, any time now! Walker groaned, watching the events unfold through the fireplace. Even when it's not my plan, I still have to make the saving plays. Dark staff of the river make my gliders grow! Walker hoisted his staff over the fireplace. The wyvern had atop his staff, opening his jaws, releasing a black smog into the fire, causing it to grow larger. Walker watched the image in its flames as the black smog hovering in the sky was fed dark flames, reforming into a giant-sized version of the Griffin Lightless. Spantis grow! Spantis crush! If you insist. Walker yelled, releasing another cloud of thick smog into the fire. Doing so, however, drained him enough that he fell to a knee. But once his dark flames were fed into Spantis' body, causing him to become a giant as well. Looks like we got trouble. Dark started as regrouped.
Zara, stand by if I need you,
Patrick yelled into his communicator.
Understood,
Jawa replied. Okay, let's do it! Nikki sighed, the team racing their crystal-like Gaia Sabers to the sky. We need Gaia Sword Saber now! The Gaia Saber shot out multicolored beams that, within moments, summoned the Phoenix, Hippogriff, Leviathan, Behemoth, and Thunderbird Gaia Swords to the team's locations. The racers teleported up into the cockpits. Nikki, Layla, Patrick immediately summoning the Kitsune, Turtle, and Unicorn swords. With all 8 swords assembled, they grouped into 2 trains of 4. Phoenix, Kitsune, Leviathan, and Thunderbird swords opened fire on Spantis, knocking him back, while the Hippogriff, Unicorn, Turtle, and Behemoth swords all tackled the Griffin Lightless, sending it tumbling to the ground.
Nice shot, everyone! Nikki commented.
Look out! They came back up! Layla yelled, just as the 2 monsters got back to their feet. Spence's side glowed with energy as he swung them, blasting the swords on the land hard, while the Griffin Lightless beat its wings, blowing back all the airborne swords with a gust of wind.
Ugh!
Patrick cried, feeling the nemesis' head darken.
Patrick, we need to switch, Zora advised. Right. I can do this, Patrick insisted. Unicorn sword, use your light to peel back the darkness!
The Unicorn sword whinnied, getting back to his feet as he released a flash of light, like creating an embassy of silver moon to shine even more light down in the field of battle, piercing back through the black wind and returning it to the normal transparent wind, harsh as it was.
That's better,
Patrick commented, getting his vision back.
Now, let's light the floors of these guys.
Right! The heirs called, removing their crystals from Gaia Savers before calling forth and inserting Unity crystals. Gaia swords combine! The remaining 5 Gaia swords immediately formed up. Behemoth's sword shifting its body around to form the torso of the Megazord. Leviathan's sword latched onto the Behemoth's sword, becoming the hip and legs and feet. Phoenix and Thunderbird's swords curled their wings and talons in, forming the right and left arms and hands. The Hippogriff's sword landed on its back, spread its wings out, and rested its head on top of the robot. Its beak opening to form a head. Last, the Unicorn sword zipped its body to form a hilt in the Megazord's right hand. A beam of light erupting out of it as its horn extended into a long blade. The 5 rangers in the cockpit slipped back into the head, becoming one large cockpit. Must be an important fight.
What makes you say that?
We just did the Megazord combination sequence in full. Gaia Megazord! Unicorn Sword! The rangers shouted. The 2 monsters ran to the giant robot, knocked aside by a pair of slashes from the sword. The Griffin of Lightless quickly got back to his feet, releasing a pair of energy orbs from his 2 beaks that blasted the Megazord hard, sending it crashing to the ground. Kitsune and Turtle swords rushed in, but were slammed by a pair of side swipes from the Mantis.
We need more power, Nikki yelled. Dirk, power the focus crystal!
You got it, Dirk replied, flicking the crystal. I'm going to show these guys what it means to mess with us. Gaia Megazord shimmered with bronze light as he got back to his feet. Seeing this, Kitsune's sword leaped up, twisting its body into a long bow. It fell towards the giant robot, and it caught in his left hand. Gaia Megazord, bow and sword! The team called, setting the Unicorn sword as a makeshift arrow for the Kitsune bow. Griffin Lightness charged up another pair of orbs of fire as a silver, shimmering flame engulfed the light Unicorn sword. The Megazord taking aim. Silver arrow! The ranger shouted. The Megazord releasing the Unicorn sword, it sailed straight through the Griffin Lightless's energy orbs before piercing the lower head, causing it to roar and ping before falling backward. Its body exploding into black mist that evaporated into the sky.
You're next, Spantis!
Nikki yelled, kissing a bow switching to a crossbow form as it swapped to her right hand. Your turtle shield lowered onto it. Gaia Megazord, shield and bow! The team roared as the turtle shield flashed the 7 colors of the 7 swords curling formation. Heptagon blast! Spantis destroy! Spantis roared as he was about to attack, only for a flash of indigo light to suddenly come out of nowhere and cleave through his left scythe, cutting it clean off as the dark mist poured from the wound. Megazord fired the turtle shield, was ready to heptagonic shield to lay around itself. Before it could make contact, Spantis fell to the ground and shrunk back to normal size, the attack missing.
What happened?
Nikki demanded.
He struck down after that blow?
Layla answered.
But what happened?
Patrick inquired. That could have been one of us. It seems so dark.
Guys, down there!
Nella shouted, pointing at a hill just a little ways southeast of Precision. Standing atop it was a figure in a black hooded cloak, resting a large black and indigo sword on her shoulder. Their glance seemed to fix on the Megazord.
Ooh, what is that?
Patrick yelled. How did he know to lop off Spantis' scythe with one blow?
More importantly, whose side is he on?
Nikki wondered aloud. He's wearing black and used darkness, but he just attacked Spantis, right?
Must be the one we're waiting on, Mela suggested. The last guardian of Gaia.
Nikki blinked, watching the figure as it watched him back.
Guardian of Darkness?
Darky groaned, looking into the dark chamber. Before you say anything, I had the situation completely under That doesn't matter now. They arrived. Darky blinked, making her way to the fireplace, eyes waiting the scene.
What in the world? Did you do that, Spantus?
With one slash, Walker replied gravely. I think we have a serious problem. I'm not going to have a review for just one part of a four-parter. All I can say is, I can't wait for next week or 2 weeks from now when I'll be sitting happily in the theater watching Power Rangers. I can't do it next week because, well, next week I'll be at Star City Anime. So, yeah, no Fandom Fridays next week or Luniverse next week. But we will finish the One Piece story, though. See you then.